So this week, the tech world gave us a bit of a master class, I'd say, in unintended consequences. Presenting on behalf of AIPOD, welcome to your weekly AI news summary for the week ending March 8, 2026.
Yeah, it's definitely a wild week to cover.
Exactly. And in this deep dive, we are synthesizing 8 major news items to give you a quick, comprehensive look at how AI is reshaping business ethics and, well, even history, all without the usual information overload.
Right, because we are looking at everything from the shifting landscape of military defense contracts to actual archaeological breakthroughs. So we're really just distilling all these sources down to the strategic insights you actually need to know.
Okay, let's unpack this, starting with the week's biggest shocker. Um, OpenAI lost 1.5 million ChatGPT subscribers in just 48 hours.
Which is a massive drop.
Right, and why? Well, CEO Sam Altman approved a deal letting the Pentagon use OpenAI's models on a classified government network. And meanwhile, rival company Anthropic rejected a similar proposal over concerns about military use and surveillance.
Yeah, and looking objectively at the data, this caused a huge user migration toward Anthropic's Claude. What's fascinating here is how this illustrates the broader tightrope AI startups are walking right now.
The balance between money and ethics.
Exactly. I mean, government defense contracts promise incredible funding and immense credibility, but they also trigger complex compliance requirements and intense public scrutiny. Federal contracts force these companies to weigh commercial growth against their public perception.
But wait, if Anthropic is rejecting defense money, how do they plan to compete long-term against OpenAI's seemingly bottomless funding pool?
Well, that is the multi-billion-dollar question. They are betting that maintaining a pristine, ethical brand will attract enough premium enterprise clients to offset the lost government revenue. It shows that a company's ethical positioning is now a hardcore competitive factor and not just PR.
Speaking of brand perception and PR, we're seeing a lot of pushback against AI washing. For example, Grammarly recently launched a feature called Expert Review.
Which sounds premium.
It sounds premium, right? Except critics are calling them out because it relies entirely on automated AI, not human editors. Users felt misled.
Which brings up a critical limitation of the technology right now. Companies want to market their tools as expert or human-like, but domain limits are very real. Look at the travel industry this week. Major travel companies and even Sam Altman himself admitted that ChatGPT cannot replace specialized booking infrastructure or real-time pricing systems.
Right, because generating text is entirely different from querying thousands of volatile airline pricing databases in milliseconds. If I rely purely on an LLM to book a trip, it's just as likely to hallucinate a fictional 5-star resort as it is to find me a real flight.
That is the structural gap. AI is a fantastic assistant for planning an itinerary, but it cannot replicate the complex back end of a dedicated travel search engine.
Though we did see a major win for practical AI utility this week, with WordPress releasing official AI plugins supporting Claude, Gemini, and OpenAI simultaneously.
This signals a significant shift moving away from vendor lock-in to model-agnostic platforms. It proves that the real power lies in the distribution channel, giving website creators the flexibility to generate drafts and optimize SEO using whichever model fits their specific workflow.
And this limitation in complex data retrieval isn't just a problem for booking flights. It's exactly why AWS's new healthcare AI had to be designed as an agentic system. They just launched Amazon Connect Health.
Right, and instead of a standard generative AI that just outputs text, an agentic AI can independently execute actions and make decisions.
Which is huge. It integrates directly into the back end to tackle heavy administrative burdens like patient verification, medical coding, and appointment scheduling. Frees up doctors to actually focus on patients.
So it's moving from a conversational bot to a digital employee. And that shift is already threatening traditional systems. There is a provocative analysis this week questioning if India's famously difficult UPSC civil services exam is now obsolete.
That test is globally notable for requiring intense memorization of policy and history.
Exactly, but because AI can now synthesize policy and summarize documents better than most human candidates, testing for rote memorization no longer makes sense. Governments may have to recruit based on practical problem solving and field leadership instead.
The ability of these systems to synthesize and spot patterns is frankly staggering. And it leads us to our final story. Researchers just discovered 303 previously unknown ancient Nazca geoglyphs in Peru.
Which is amazing. By training machine learning models to analyze drone and satellite imagery, the AI spotted subtle, ancient desert drawings of animals and humanoid figures that human observers missed.
Wait, so these gigantic drawings have been sitting there in plain sight for thousands of years and human archaeologists just walked right past them?
They did. It dramatically expands our understanding of the Nazca culture, proving AI can uncover the past just as well as it shapes the future.
So what does this all mean for you? Whether you are deciding which chatbot to trust, planning a vacation, or dealing with healthcare scheduling, both the branding and the actual back-end capabilities of AI are directly impacting the daily tools you rely on.
We have seen AI effortlessly handle ancient pattern recognition, ace complex exams, and manage hospital administration. It leaves us with a critical question to consider.
As the technology masters these incredible feats, what deeply human trait will become the ultimate irreplaceable commodity in tomorrow's economy?